What if the most argued about pistols of 2026 aren't the worst ones, but the ones that work too well for the wrong reasons? I put 10 handguns under the microscope that have experts divided, forums on fire, and gun counters split down the middle. One of these pistols has instructors openly arguing over whether it should even be trusted. Stay with me, because number 3 is causing a fight no one saw coming. This video is for educational purposes only and does not promote harm or unsafe use of firearms. Number 10. Canik METE SFT. The Canik METE SFT is controversial in 2026 for one simple reason. It keeps beating pistols that cost hundreds more. That makes a lot of experts uncomfortable. On paper, it looks like a budget striker-fired gun, but once you shoot it, the argument changes fast. The trigger is unusually good for a factory pistol, clean break, short reset, and that alone sparks debate about whether premium brands are overcharging for average performance. Ergonomically, the METE SFT fits a wide range of hands, recoils softly for its size, and runs reliably across ammo types, which only adds fuel to the controversy. Critics argue it lacks long-term duty pedigree, while supporters point to its growing track record and optics-ready, modern design. In 2026, the fight isn't about whether the METE SFT works, it clearly does, but whether shooters should trust a value-focused pistol over legacy names with decades of reputation. That question divides gun counters, forums, and training circles more than almost any other. The Canik METE SFT doesn't try to be subtle. It challenges the idea that price equals performance, and that's exactly why experts keep arguing about it. Number 9. Shadow Systems DR920. The Shadow Systems DR920 is controversial in 2026 because it sits in an uncomfortable middle ground that experts can't agree on. Supporters call it the ultimate evolution of the Glock platform, a factory-built, duty-ready pistol with upgrades shooters actually want, like direct-mount optics, improved ergonomics, and tighter tolerances. Critics argue it's simply a premium Glock clone with a price tag that challenges its value. On the range, the DR920 shoots flat, runs reliably, and feels refined, which strengthens the pro side of the argument. But the debate flares up when long-term durability and institutional adoption enter the conversation. Some experts insist only decades of service history earn true trust, while others counter that innovation has to start somewhere. In 2026, the controversy isn't about performance. The DR920 clearly performs, but about identity. Is it a serious duty pistol, or an enthusiast-focused upgrade? Does it replace a Glock, or merely compete with it? That question splits trainers, reviewers, and departments alike. The Shadow Systems DR920 forces a larger discussion about whether modern shooters should stick with legacy simplicity or embrace a more feature-rich evolution. And that unresolved tension is exactly why it remains one of the most debated pistols of the year. Number 8. Beretta PX4 Storm Compact. The Beretta PX4 Storm Compact is at the center of one of the most heated debates in 2026, with experts split over whether its unique design is genius or outdated. The rotating barrel system is the main source of controversy. Supporters argue it genuinely reduces recoil and muzzle rise, especially during rapid fire, giving the PX4 a smoother shooting feel than many striker-fired competitors. Critics, however, claim the system adds unnecessary complexity in a market that values simplicity and ease of maintenance. On the range, the pistol performs well: soft recoil, consistent accuracy, and solid reliability. But performance alone hasn't settled the argument. Some experts believe the PX4 was simply ahead of its time and is finally being understood, while others see it as a solution to a problem modern pistols have already solved through lighter slides and improved ergonomics. In 2026, optics-ready trends and striker dominance only intensify the debate, as the PX4 stays true to its hammer-fired roots. The controversy isn't about whether the PX4 Storm Compact works. It does. But whether innovation that breaks from the mainstream should be embraced or avoided. That unresolved question is why experts are still fighting over this pistol more than a decade after its debut. Number 7. Sig Sauer P220 Elite. The Sig Sauer P220 Elite is controversial in 2026 because it represents a philosophy many experts are divided on. Heavy, metal-framed pistols in a world dominated by lightweight polymer guns. Supporters argue the P220 Elite delivers something modern pistols can't: exceptional balance, soft recoil, and a level of shootability that only weight and precision machining can provide. Critics push back, saying it's outdated, expensive, and unnecessary for today's defensive needs. On the range, the P220 Elite shoots smoothly and predictably, with accuracy that reinforces its premium reputation. But the debate heats up when practicality enters the discussion. Is a heavier pistol worth carrying when smaller, lighter options exist? In 2026, experts are split between those who value comfort and tradition versus those who prioritize efficiency and minimalism. Another point of contention is relevance. Some see the P220 Elite as a timeless design refined to perfection, while others view it as a legacy gun struggling to justify its place in a modern lineup. The Sig Sauer P220 Elite isn't controversial because it performs poorly. It's controversial because it forces shooters to choose between proven craftsmanship and modern convenience, a debate that shows no sign of ending. Number 6. Taurus G3 Tactical. The Taurus G3 Tactical remains one of the most controversial pistols of 2026 because it challenges long-held opinions about what a serious defensive handgun should be. Supporters point to its optics-ready slide, threaded barrel, solid capacity, and aggressive pricing as proof that Taurus has evolved beyond its past reputation. Critics, however, aren't ready to forget earlier quality control issues and argue that trust is earned over decades, not features. On the range, the G3 Tactical performs better than many expect. Manageable recoil, respectable accuracy, and reliable function across common ammunition. That performance only intensifies the debate. Some experts see it as one of the best value-driven tactical pistols on the market, while others warn against betting your safety on a brand still rebuilding confidence. In 2026, when shooters are demanding more features for less money, the G3 Tactical sits right at the center of the argument. Is it a smart, future-ready option that proves growth, or a pistol that still needs more time to fully redeem itself? The Taurus G3 Tactical isn't controversial because it fails. It's controversial because it works well enough to make people question whether old reputations should still matter. Number 5. FN509 Compact Tactical. The FN509 Compact Tactical is stirring debate in 2026 because it represents a rare combination of high-end performance and broad appeal, which not everyone agrees is necessary. Supporters praise its optics-ready slide, modular grip, excellent trigger, and controllable recoil, features that make it a versatile choice for both duty and concealed carry. Critics argue that FN is charging premium prices for features some believe are already available on more affordable platforms. On the range, the 509 Compact Tactical impresses with reliability and accuracy, handling a wide range of ammunition without issue, which only fuels the controversy. Performance proves it's worth considering, but the price makes some question its value. Another point of debate is its size. It's compact, but some experts feel it straddles the line between concealed carry and full-size duty use, leaving opinions divided. In 2026, the FN509 Compact Tactical isn't controversial because it underperforms. It excels. It's controversial because it forces experts and everyday shooters alike to weigh cost, features, and mission flexibility, sparking arguments about what a modern, tactical 9mm should be. Number 4. CZ P10C. The CZ P10C is controversial in 2026 because it quietly delivers performance that rivals or beats more expensive striker-fired pistols, while rarely getting the same recognition. Supporters argue it has one of the best factory triggers in its class, excellent ergonomics, and a track record of real-world reliability that should put it at the top of more best-of lists. Critics counter that it lacks innovation and hasn't evolved fast enough in an era obsessed with optics cuts, modularity, and brand momentum. On the range, the P10C shoots flat, tracks naturally, and feels immediately familiar, which strengthens the argument that refinement matters more than reinvention. But in 2026, experts are split on whether good enough for years is still enough. Some see the P10C as a no-nonsense defensive pistol that does exactly what it's supposed to do. Others see it as a missed opportunity, solid, but overshadowed by flashier designs. The controversy isn't about function, it's about relevance. The CZ P10C forces a debate over whether modern pistols need constant innovation or whether consistent performance should still win. Number 3. Beretta APX A1 Carry. The Beretta APX A1 Carry is controversial in 2026 because it splits expert opinion on what a modern micro-carry pistol should prioritize. Supporters appreciate its slim profile, solid build quality, and Beretta's reputation for reliability, arguing that it offers a dependable, no-nonsense option for everyday concealed carry. Critics, however, claim it falls behind competitors in capacity, shootability, and innovation, especially in a market crowded with high-capacity micro-9s. On the range, the APX A1 Carry performs predictably, with manageable recoil for its size and acceptable accuracy at defensive distances, but it doesn't dramatically stand out. That's exactly where the debate lives. Some experts believe simplicity and consistency are being undervalued in the race for more rounds and more features, while others argue that a 2026 pistol must offer clear advantages to justify its place. The controversy isn't about whether the APX A1 Carry works. It does, but whether good enough is enough anymore. In a time when expectations are higher than ever, this Beretta forces shooters to decide what they truly want from a concealed carry pistol. Number 2. Kimber R7 Mako. The Kimber R7 Mako remains one of the most debated pistols in 2026 because it challenges expectations on both sides of the micro-compact market. Supporters praise its excellent ergonomics, surprisingly good trigger, and optics-ready design, arguing that it offers one of the most shootable experiences in its size class. Critics, however, remain skeptical due to Kimber's mixed reputation in the striker-fired world, questioning long-term reliability compared to more established Micro-9 competitors. On the range, the R7 Mako performs well. Recoil is manageable, accuracy is impressive for a compact frame, and the pistol feels refined in the hand. That performance is exactly what fuels the controversy. Some experts believe the R7 Mako proves Kimber can successfully compete in the modern concealed carry space, while others see it as a good shooter that still needs more time to earn trust. In 2026, when shooters demand both innovation and proven dependability, the Kimber R7 Mako sits right in the crossfire. It's controversial not because it fails, but because it works well enough to force people to reconsider long-held opinions about the brand. Number 1. Mossberg MC2c. The Mossberg MC2c closes out this list as a surprisingly controversial pistol in 2026, largely because it defies expectations of what a Mossberg handgun should be. Supporters argue that the MC2c is one of the most practical, well-balanced compact 9mm pistols on the market, offering solid reliability, good capacity, and an optics-ready platform at a reasonable price. Critics, however, question whether Mossberg's reputation, built primarily on shotguns, translates into long-term handgun expertise. On the range, the MC2c performs consistently, with controllable recoil and dependable accuracy that reinforces its value-driven appeal. That steady performance is exactly what divides opinion. Some experts see the MC2c as proof that Mossberg is becoming a serious player in the pistol market, while others view it as competent but uninspiring in a field packed with innovation. In 2026, the controversy isn't about flaws, it's about perception. The Mossberg MC2c forces shooters to ask whether brand history should matter more than real-world performance, a debate that keeps this pistol firmly in the spotlight. Outro. After testing all 10 of these controversial pistols, one thing is clear: 2026 isn't just about new releases, it's about shaking up opinions. Each gun on this list performs, but that's exactly why experts can't agree. From optics-ready compacts to value-driven surprises, these pistols challenge expectations, reputations, and long-held biases. Which of these 10 would you trust in a real-world scenario? Drop your pick in the comments, hit like if this video opened your eyes, and subscribe for more in-depth, no-nonsense reviews. Stay informed, stay sharp, and keep the debates alive.